Ir mes galim padaryti pauzę, ne?
Pauzę ant ko?
Ant streaminimo?
Ne.
Ant streamio pauzės mes daryti negalim.
Ok.
Tai nieko baisaus.
Gal tu gali mane kohostų Ernestu padaryti, just in case. Kažką reiktų.
Ai, aš dabar jaučiu tavęs.
Ai, ne,
dabar.
jo. Gražiai turėtų Petras tavo teisės.
Palauk, to čia mes. Kam gražint?
Ernestai.
Ernestą grąžinti, ne? Čia dvi Ernestos.
Tai Ernesta, kur
Kur su žvaigždėm ar kur su užrašais?
kur užrašais.
Ai, va, gerai, matau, Ingrida tvarkoja, viskas gerai. O, все.
Nu va.
Gerai, dabar mes bandom rasti kažko, ko reikėjo, ne?
O tu Ernesta žinai, kad streamas anglų kalba?
Jisai nesiverčia ją į lietuvių kalbą.
Ir į televiziją lygiai taip pat. Bet čia nesvarbu.
Klausau, Ernesta. Alio. Tai dabar aš žiūriu YouTube stream key, aš toj pažiūrėsiu, kuris randasi. Aš jo niekur nematau, šiaip to stream key. Na, žinok, neradau. Aš papačią nepyk, žinok. Aš toj atrasiu, bet jisai nepapačią. Tikrai yra jisai dėl nustatymas pas mane. Jo, tuoj palauk, kažkaip paieškosiu, čia nerodo. Gerai, tvarkoj, live stream. Aha. Nes papačiai, žinok, nieko nėra, tai nepyk. Ir va, dabar man jisai rodo. Va, opa, gerai, encoderis setup. Čia yra keturbiški. Ir kur čia dabar yra, jisai palauk, tuoj. Tuoj
Jisai
viskas
yra
gerai.
ant stream settings, kur yra...
Aš žinau, tai jo, tai dabar aš tu nueiti į stream settingus, tu aš dabar ieškau, kur čia dabar ties mano stream settingai. Okei, ne, čia, palaukit. YouTube, jūsų kanalas. Mano kanalas. Blembački. Žaidimai šitie, ne tas. Rodyti daugiau, ne tas.
Aš galiu atsiųsti linką į tą.
Palaukit, paėsiu, kur čia jisai video manager. Ai, Creator Studio. O tai kur čia var ta mano Creator Studio? To atrasim nieką kažkai. Va, YouTube Studio. Studio YouTube. Nu tai jo, tą matau. Čia grojaraščiai iš toli, ne? Informacijos. Vaizdo įrašai. Palauk, ieškam toliau, kažko aš nerandu. Tai žiūrim dar kartą, tikrinam, kaip čia live stream Creator Studio, kodėl mes neduoda. Tuoj Live Creator Studio. YouTube'as. Jūsų kanalas. Nustatymus gal? Ne, nenustatymus. Tuoj atrasim. Niekur nesidėsim, nu. Turim dar biškį laiką, turim dar 15 minučių. Gerai, tada aš duosiu žinot, dabar aš ieškau, gerai, aš tau paskambinsiu, gerai, ar aš pasiūsiu, gerai? Aš tada įkelsiu kartu, gerai, viską tvarkoju. Tvarkoju, įkelsiu tą ir tą, tvarkoju. Jo, iki tada. Kur aš galiu rasti tą live streamą dabar, nebesuprantu.
Konfigūra yra... Tuoj, dar aš...
Palauk, aš pats dabar ieškau ir man jisai kaip rodo, man dabar taip neduoda. Tai gal aš pasikeitę, žinai... Ok, nu dar kartą. YouTube'as. Ne, man tai ne tas, ne tas, nu. Ok. Daugiau mano streamas, palauk. Čia vadina streamas, ne man. Tiesiogiai dabar. Man dabar taip neduoda. Tai gal aš pasikeitę, žinai. Dar kartą. Bet tai kur tu dabar, nu? Jūsų kanalas.
Aš tai radau, kur yra nuėjus į studijo, tam juodam fone, kur yra tas, nežinau, ar tu esi Petrai tenai.
Kur?
Kur nuėjus į YouTube kanalo, paspaudus live stream.
YouTube kanalą pas mane, ne?
Jo, aš per savo įkūnytą praktiką, tai aš tiesiog...
Palauk, dabar aš randuosiu, kanalę, aš matau tą mūsų live streamą, bet tai man vaizdo įrašai. Dabar, man rodo, kad netiesiogiai pagrindinis. Aš ant jo paspaudžiu ir mani... Palauk.
Gal gali pasišėrinti savo skryną, gal aš padėt galėsiu.
Palauk. YouTube studio, ne, jūsų kanalas. Nu, aš jungiu kanalą. Man rodo vaizdo įrašai. Tasai, netasai.
Aš nežinau.
Nežinai.
Gal galėtum pašėrinti savo skryną?
Palauk. Kur tas zoomas dabar? Palauk, kur aš randuosi ar neranduosi, dabar zoom'e aš nesuprantu. Randuosi, ne?
Taip.
Palauk, kur aš dabar randuosi šitas, ne? Tvarkoj. Taip. Ir dabar, kur aš šitas turbūt. More. O kaip man jį pašėrint?
Tiesiog apačioje žalias mygtukas.
Matau.
Ai, bendrai, Ernesto, tu turi hosto teisę suteikti.
Aš negaliu pašėrinti jo.
Jo.
Tai
Ernesto, tu esi?
Aš esu, aš žinokit.
Hosto
Ignai,
teisės, Petrai, ko
jaučiu,
hosto?
Man, atsiprašau, žinokit, kitą, tada, iki. Man padaryti.
Ok, Petras dingo.
Mhm.
Sveiki, man nerodo šitą vaizdą.
O kokio vaizdo, Petrai, kokio vaizdo, Česlavai, jums reikia?
Nu, konferencijos vaizdo nėra, yra tik tai, kaip čia ta tokia paviršiaus lentelė, kur meeting topping, ten 3 join audio, šitą man prisijungti, čia screen, va tokie yra.
Tai junkitės jo, join audio, video.
Va, atsirado. Ok?
Gerai.
Sveiki.
Jo, sveiki.
Sveiki, labas.
Ernesto, suteik man ko hosto teisės.
Gerai, to. Turėtų būti jau.
Ačiū. Ai, ne, man reikia. Tu tada
Jo,
turbūt pati gali pridėti
Taip.
Aleksandrą ir Kseniją.
Ai, man dabar reikia jų tikslius vardus, ne, surasti. Ai,
Tiesiog
aš galiu
suspausk ir viskas ir parodys tau.
O languages kokius man padaryti?
Nuo English į Lithuania.
English to... O, čia Lietuva yra. Ja, yra. Gerai.
Ir tada pliusiukas ir tada dar vieną žmogų pridėti.
Ja.
Ir
Tu Aleksandras. Irgi English to Lithuania, ne? O atvirkščiai?
irgi taip pat.
Gerai.
Ir pasitikrinsim gerai. Labas rytas, mergaitė.
Labas rytas.
Labas rytas.
Pasitikrinsim. Čia mes turim
O,
chaosėlį.
jau prijungėt, puiku.
Taip. Dabar aš pasirinksiu, žinot, kurią kalbą? Anglų. Taip, aš dabar anglų pasirinkau.
Veikia viskas.
Viens anglų.
Taip.
O aš dabar lietuvių pasirinku. 1, 2, 3.
Lietuvių tinka viskas.
O, super. Aš išsijungiu tada.
Ernesta? Ernesta?
Taip, iki Rima, iki.
Ernesta, matai, man rodos, kad čia yra raktas,
Taip,
apačioje yra nuoroda į raktas.
aha. Taip, gerai.
Matai, tegu pabando.
Gerai,
Palauk, dar
siunčiu aš
kartą
jam.
aš bandyti kopiuoti dar tą nuorodą, turbūt bus ta pati, aš pažiūrėsiu.
Gerai.
Palauk, o gal ne ta pati? Kas čia dabar? Srauto raktas ir srauto URL'as. Žiūrėk, aš visus tada įdėsiu, čia yra srauto dabar URL'as. Kopijuoju, įmetu srauto URL'ą. Greičiausiai bus taip. Čia yra srauto URL'as. Ir dabar atsarginis. Tai vat kaip ir viskas, žiūrėk.
Taip.
Tai dar
gerai.
turim taip, nuorodą. Ir čia yra raktas. Srauto raktas. Ir srauto URL'as. Nu, manau, kad jau ką galėjau tada daviau. Dabar man reikia žinoti, ar viskas tinka tik tai.
Gerai, aš jam sakau, kad gerai. Ir aš skambinu jam iš karto. Klausiu. Jeigu ką, aš pa-SMS-insiu.
Gerai, pasamėsim tada, tvarko.
Gerai, dėkui.
Geriška. Aha.
Iki. Ingrida, o aš kohostas ar kohostas, kažin?
Esi hostas. Ar tu nori būti kohostą?
Ne, gerai, viskas, man hostas. Gerai. Tai pasižiūrim, kas nors čia. Rima įeina. Gerai.
Aš galiu nuimti waiting roomą, nereiks admitinti.
Gerai, dėkui.
Labas rytas.
Labas rytas.
Ernesta, gal galite priminti visiems pradžioje, kad yra lietuvių anglų kalbos?
Taip, viską
Gal
pasirašiau.
galima būtų parašyti į chatą?
Gerai, dabar tą ir padarysiu tada.
Ačiū.
Ernesta, aš galiu tą padaryti. Manau, tu turi kitų reikalų.
Gerai, dėkui, Ingrida.
Labas rytas. Labas rytas dar kartą.
Sveiki.
Labadiena.
Sveiki.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Let's start our last day.
Yeah. So welcome to our Sounds in Nature event 5th day. That means the last day of this 1-week event. And I hope you have some remembers, some impressions, and maybe something to consider too. And everything is very okay. Your imagination, how it can be land art, and how it can be storytold, and what is the landmarks of land art. And just I wish you to digest all the information and impression you got during this week. And with the project, I would like to remember for the new participants that it's European project which connects 3 countries, Netherlands, Sweden and Lithuania. And the main thing that this project is called Off-Season Art Gardening, and it combines the artists and 3 countries of communication, and to become the one idea during 3 countries, like one world to live. And some technical information as well. We have translators, so if you would like to hear the translation, you should choose the icon under the Zoom screen, that globe, and you just will need to choose Lithuanian or English you would like to be translated. And another thing technical, that this event is recorded because it's public event, and your participation is like an agreement to be recorded and to be published in some places of this event. It matters on we don't know in which places, but according to the requirements of the project. But if you don't want to be recorded, so you can go to the YouTube stream, and the link is in the chat. So, and I'm just would like to say that we will start with our presentations of the artists, and it's very interesting to see how we could catch Ukmergė during this week and in online way. And another thing I would like to ask, if any artist would like to start first, could we arrange the row, or it can be maybe spontaneous, or
I will start. It's no
problem. Perfect. Perfect, Cora.
I will share my screen for the pictures, photos.
Super.
And I tell about my art, land art. I'm not able to share my screen.
Just a second. Now it should be okay.
Let me try. You see my screen?
Yes.
Music and nature are important part of my life. Both in nature and music, I also find inner but also external silence. I also see it in the things I read and see and hear about Upmerge. Rituals are also often imbued with nature and music. I try to combine the combination of these images, music, nature, and silence, as I have them in my head and shape them in land arts. The title reads Silence Music. This is the place near the river where I will put the land arts. Try to go further. Oh, no. This is a quick sketch of my model. It's a staff with only a G, not notes, silence. The base consists of 3. In Dutch, we call it leilindens. I think in English it is 3 lime trees. Oh.
Cora, I'm very sorry, but we cannot see the full picture of your picture. So
Okay.
can you share not the folder, but your screen? So if you can stop the sharing.
Yeah.
And then press share screen.
Yeah.
And then just screen. Is there an option like this?
You can see it now.
No, not now.
We can see small picture. It's okay if you just then in this way just to go, or just to say that second or 4 or 5 or 6. Okay, we can see the full, but we can see that small picture.
You can see the small picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this one.
Good. Just name the number of. Thank you.
Number 2 is the sketch. A quick sketch with 3. In Dutch we call it leilinders, and I think in English it's called lime trees. This stands for the 3 countries: Lithuania, Sweden, and the Netherlands. The branches forms the staff. The G key is made of rattan, where a combination is made to the place where I live. Noordwolde is known as a rattan village of the Netherlands. The shape from above, this picture 3, is presents the current of the Sventoye River. This. Behind a kind of hills are sitting pitch, so that you are cut off from the rest of the surroundings. Yeah, it's not easy to see, but that are a kind of hills. Take a seat in the sitting pitch, look at the natural scale, close your eyes and experience silent music. And this is a scale model I made from it. 4, 5, and 6. From 6 is above And that's my model, scale model.
Cora, kan jij de plaatjes ook niet gewoon aanklikken, zodat ze groter worden?
Ja, dat deed ik al. Ik zal nog een keer, ik heb nu heb ik 1 groter.
Bijna.
Ik heb hem nu groot even kijken.
Nee, dat zien we niet. Dat is raar.
Dus, ja, ik weet ook niet. Ik heb gewoon die map geopend en even kijken.
So we're just trying to see if we can get the pictures bigger, if I can help.
Deze-
Yeah. One thing that you can do, you can press PowerPoint, like open PowerPoint, and put those pictures in the PowerPoint, and then share the presentation of PowerPoint. So then they can see the whole picture. Maybe that can be a way of showing it in full size.
Yeah, I try.
You can try. Okay.
Or maybe you work on that, and in the meantime.
Yeah, in the meantime.
Jack can do his presentation, and we
Yeah.
just have the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did I understand correctly that while Cora gonna do a presentation, Jack is gonna be the next?
Yes, that's what I would like to suggest. Jack, do you want to go? You have to unmute. Jack, can you hear us? Well, I don't know what's going on in the Netherlands today. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's a digital world full of surprises.
Yeah,
every day.
I had a mic was off.
Yeah.
So I can share my screen now.
Yes, you should.
Share screen, I say. Mhm.
Yeah.
You see something?
No.
Not yet. Or we can do like this. You just can. Is it the file very heavy?
No, it's a PowerPoint.
So maybe you could just
Mail it?
Yeah, mail it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And still Cora is doing the presentation, and still Jack's mail is coming to me. I don't know if it's possible to answer one question during this silence time, Cora, or maybe to think about it. What was the biggest inspiration to get to these trees and strings of music? Just the main inspiration, the small detail that just brought you to it.
Cora, die vraag was voor jou. Even unmuten.
I'm sorry, I was busy with my PowerPoint. I see all the photographs of the nature in Ukmarga you sent, and I'm imagining I stand there and I hear the sounds that we have on. We also have get from you, and I imagine I stand there in the nature and hear that sound. So I can connect to Ukmarga by distance. That's why I have chose this kind of art.
Okay, thank you. I'm just checking if the file is coming from Jack, but it's still not.
You have no file?
No, not
I
yet.
try it again.
Oh,
Try it
okay.
again.
Oh, I do it. I do it.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, it's downloading. Now I'm going to open it. Okay. Yeah. Think. Yes, and I'm going to share it. Oh, it's. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, perfect. So, Jack, you're welcome on a stage.
Okay. When I say next, you do the
Yes,
next picture.
Mhm.
So this is my little presentation. Next. These are the no, not so fast.
I'm sorry.
These are the when we talked this week with each other, and Tuesday we opened the box, and then we had some smells and some tastes and some wood and stones from Ukmergė. Later on, I have done a research on the internet, and I discovered the legend of the Vikmergė, the Vilkas, the Mega. There's also a sculpture in Ukmergė, and I find it very interesting because it shows how you are from history very connected to nature. The girl who was raised by a wolf, it's the closest connection from man to nature, and I find it very interesting. I also saw things about the river in Ukmergė, the Sventøy, and so I started to fantasize a little. You can see little sketches from water in a wolf, the girl, and the eyes of the wolf. You see howling wolf, and you see howling wind. So that thing was a little bit starting my inspirations. So the next day, I draw some sketches who come in me when I have those thoughts about Ukmergė and the very old traditions and the nature and stuff. And so I began to draw a kind of spiral, and I thought maybe it's a kind of sculpture how when man can walk in. And so this was my first thought. Next, and I try to look a little bit further. How can I make such spiral? When I make a whole spiral, it's a lot of steel, maybe, and a lot of big construction, and maybe it's not necessary because maybe it needs some open spaces so you can look through. So these were the following sketches. I also think about the Fibonacci distance to put the segments out of each other, and so I became more on the plan. Next, and I thought, why a spiral? A spiral. It's everywhere. It's in the water. And we talked about the traditions from the Lithuanian Midsummer Night, where the ferns have also a spiral. We talked about the sounds in nature. In our air, there's also a spiral, and the wind, the stream, the flow of the wind, it's also a spiral. Next. But in Ukmergė, there is literally a spiral, because the Mount Hill, when you saw it from above, you can see it's a spiral too. So maybe it was not strange that my first thoughts were a drawing with a spiral. Next. So I began to make a sculpture for a kind of spiral. So I took the clay from Ukmergė and made a spiral with a long spiral with holes in it, so you can look through. So you have more distance to do the spiral in the environment. Next. So I made some pictures from kind of directions to see what it does in the space when I put it in the landscape. And you can see it from when you look from another direction. It's always changing, and it's very interesting form, especially when you look to the shadows and the time of the day. Next. So here is another picture from a farther distance, and maybe the distances between the segments are not what I want definitely, but it's a start. Next. So I thought maybe this can be a good place for it, because we have the Mount Ukmergė here, a great spiral, and maybe I can put a little spiral in here, and I make some connection with the larger spiral segments to the river. So when the river streams like this, the energy flows about the spiral. It comes here in the big spiral where you can stand in. So I made the connection with the spiral, that spiral, and the connection with the river. So I made the connection for the people. Here can walk people and they can go in the spiral. And I have made a connection with the river. Next. So from the above, it looks maybe a little like this. Here you see that church. Here you see the start of the spiral, and here you see the segments on the shore of the river. And when the water comes up in summer, in spring, and it gets higher, maybe some segments disappear underwater or become half in the water. So the nature and the water works with the artwork. Next. Here you see the great spiral. You about measuring it, I think it must be maybe 3-4 meters high. So you can go in this spiral, like walk in, and when you stand in it, you're close from the rest of the surroundings, from the rest of the city, and you become only you in the spiral, and you cannot see around, and just you look to the sky. Next, you see the sky, and you hear with your ears, you hear the sound of the nature. You hear the wind maybe howling around the spiral, and you see the sky. So you be aware that you are in nature, and you forget the things around you. Next, one plan for me for the in this spiral. I want to make two holes in it, two eye holes on. And when you you stand in a spiral and you see, hey, what's the two holes, and you go to it and you look to it, then you hear the howling of the wind, and I think the two holes must be the eyes of the wolf. So the connection with the human and the wolf is made. So that's a little bit how I think about it. The howling, the wolf inspired me for the howling, and the wind is also howling. But we can ask ourselves, why is the wolf howling, or why is the wind howling? Is it because they are sad because we destroy the river, or we destroy the nature? So the people can think about it when they stand in the spiral. And I think it's maybe a technical thing, but when you stand in a spiral and you see the two holes and you become to it, maybe that we can make a technical thing that when you see in it and you stand forward, you hear the howling wolf. Then you have a signal. So, hey, why is that? Why I'm hearing a wolf? So that is a little bit about my my artwork, and maybe I next call it howling. So that's my presentation.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm very surprised how it can be done through distance, how it can be done so very, very touchable and sensitive, and at the same very strong. Yeah, it's amazing how you can see our country and how things are inspiring you to do, and how you see the connections everywhere in a water spiral, in a fern, in the air. Yeah, it's perfect.
Thank you.
I'm not sure that we could change our structure, that discussion we're gonna have after that. Yes, maybe just do like this, just to hear the presentations and to have a discussion later and to have some questions later. And Cora, what about you? If it's you, we can hear you, but
unmute, Carol.
I sent you my PowerPoints.
Okay.
My quick photos in that.
Yeah, perfect.
I hope it works.
Yes. It's a very interesting format, but I'm still watching it. Okay, I do have it. I'll try to share it. I don't know how to do in this thing full screen. but maybe it's enough. Just let me know, everybody or somebody, if it's enough size.
It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can see it good.
Yeah, just Cora, I'm waiting you to say next and I will slide it.
Yeah, as I already told, this is the place where I want to have my creation. It's next to the river. Next, it's the sketch I told about, the tree. I think it's called in English lime trees. The base consists of 3 lime trees. These stands for the 3 countries, Lithuania, Sweden, and the Netherlands. The branches from the steppe, and the GD is made of rattan, where a connection is made with the place I live. Noordwolde is known as a rattan village of the Netherlands. Next, it's a little sketch, the shape from above. It presents the current of the Sventoy River. And you also see a kind of hills where you are sitting to look at the model. Next. I try to make a scale model from nature things. On the left you see a kind of hill, and in the back you also see a kind of hill. You can sit and next you can see it better, I think. Yes, this is from above. You see the shape that presents the river, and take a seat in the sitting pitch, look at the nature scale, close your eyes and experience silent music. Next. That's also above. That's my scale model. That's it.
Cora, and yeah, I see it very sensitive when I see the model.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I just yeah, very surprised how just during the 4 days you can do an art piece, and even with some models.
Yeah, it's your time.
Yeah, it's very yeah, it's just a miracle. I can see it.
Yeah.
So, and for the audience, if somebody have questions, just put on a paper, and after everybody will show their art, we will talk about. And yeah, we can just breathe in and breathe out everywhere. They have intention. So, somebody would like to be next?
I can go.
Oh, thank you, Ulrika. Do you have a presentation?
Yeah, I have.
Like send me to share, or you?
I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. It says host disabled participant screen sharing. Did you do that?
You should now. You should can do this.
Okay, now it works. Great.
It works. Okay.
Let's see. Okay. So I have been inspired by somebody has their mic on. Can you please turn your mics off? There's its sound. Thank you. Okay, so I have looked to the river, and we heard the last few days a lot about different celebrations and rituals in Lithuania. And I was inspired by the ritual of going into the river and washing yourself and coming up as a newborn, a ritual of transformation, and also the celebration of Uskavenes, where people wear the wooden masks of the devils, and they chase the winter out and celebrate the spring. That's my understanding of it. And I think these rituals are very important in our lives, and also that it has this close connection to nature as well. And then I read about Upinis, which is from the old pagan times, a river guardian of flowing and ever-changing waters. And I heard that there used to be offerings to this spirit, and that was live offerings with piglets to make the water clean. That was at least what I read. And I think that today we could make offerings without living animals. And I think that we should find ways to converse with the elements that doesn't speak with words, and try to have a dialogue with sound. And this work is about paying attention to the season that is going on in the river with the different heights of the water. So the water is higher in the winter and spring, and then it seemed like it's a couple of meters lower in the summer. So I propose a new ritual for this happening of the water becoming lower and higher. So it will be in the spring and it will be in the autumn, this ritual. And this will be in the shape of a physical sculpture in the middle of the river. And this is kind of, I cannot say where it should be, because it must be in a place where it's a bit lower water, and hopefully that can be some place close in the city center. So during the winter, this sculpture is hidden in the river, and during the spring, it suddenly starts to show its face, and it's a mask made of bronze, and then it comes up more and more, and this mask is put on a stone, and it's the mask of the water spirit. So the water spirit doesn't have a face, but instead it has this mask. And so you could go to the river and watch and see if it has come up yet in the spring. And when it comes out, there will be a choir singing a specially composed song for the spirit. And the spirit is here in the middle of the river. And when it comes out, the choir sings this song with stems or with voices. I don't know the word in English. So it's in the middle of the river. You hear the choir with the different voices. And so this song should be composed, singing to the river. And then there will also be an answer from the river spirit. So there will be a recording made out here by the sculpture. And then there will be a recording of water sounds that will be the answer of the spirit. And then this will be mixed together. So the choir sings, and then there is parts where the water is answering. And then there will be a QR code So you can go and listen to this even if you are not, I mean, you would not hear the the water sounds if you would come here to this ritual. Then you would only hear the real water sounds, so to say, from the river. But then for a certain period of time, it will be possible to listen to this composition of the river and the choir by a QR code, but that will not be available all year round, only maybe around 2 weeks when the spirit comes visible in the spring and when it is disappearing. So that could be then 2 different compositions then for it's coming out and it's leaving again. And so here is this model I made in clay. So it's the mask is inspired of these wooden masks from the Uskavenes celebration, but it will be in bronze. And then possibly I am not an expert in stones, but maybe a black stone like diabase would be very nice. And then I would like to have this like shapes of, there could be a shape of a water stream in the stone as well. I also heard Anesta sent this video of the stones that if someone finds a stone with a shape of a face, it's seen to be like a holy stone, like a wizard. So this stone is has this face, but of course it's a mask, and you don't know what it really looks like, this spirit. It shows itself with a mask, and I think that we have a whole world to develop a relationship with, and when we do that, we realize that we have a valid place in nature and that we are nature, and for example, with the river, we can be awed by seeing the river, and an important part of our role is to witness its beauty and power. And I hope that this ritual could be something that could make people more aware of the river, and because you don't know exactly when this will happen, so it will not be like a fixed date every year. It will be something you would have to go to the river and look, and oh, is it coming? And oh, it came, but it disappeared again, and so on. So that people would really pay notice and attention to what's going on with the river. And of course, if something changed in the river, maybe a lot more water, maybe the water spirit is disappearing, maybe it never comes out again, or maybe it comes in 10 years and so on. So that's my proposition. Let's see. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ulrika. It's an amazing project. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It brings already ideas how to connect, for example, students from art school to come for a spring and to see the art, to check it. Yeah, and not just the art, but the connection with the nature. Just to, yes, to be honest, when you ask about Upinis, I didn't know about it anything. I didn't hear it, and I felt a little bit shame when I don't know that I am living in this country and I don't know about it. But yes, back to the nature with all some spirit, magical, wizard things. It maybe brings some culture about Harry Potter, but it brings us to our country and not just that thing. And I guess when it's some with sounds and technical things, it as well can be attachable to the students, to the young generation. And maybe it's, again, one ritual for art school students can be. Yeah, perfect.
I hope it could be other parts of the ritual that could be developed to And
that new generation is creating their own rituals, and we are just changing that land art. It is a possibility to create rituals and to come closer to the nature for the young generations. It's perfect. And who would like to be the next? Who heart is beating very fast?
I can
now?
go.
Okay. Should I share your presentation?
I think I can share my screen.
Okay.
Let's see.
From our point, you are a co-host, so you should.
Okay.
You should have the right.
Do I choose the who can share all participants or?
You just need. There is a green button, share screen.
Yeah. Okay.
But first
Sorry.
of all, you should open your presentation by yourself on your computer and just then share. Okay.
Yeah. Is it working?
Yes, I see the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
All right. So I also was very inspired by the fire, the relationship to fire and water that you have about the cleansing of the fire and the washing of oneself in the river to what did you use? What was the word? The baptizing, but on a more personal level, perhaps, that one can just go to the river by yourself and wash yourself from whatever you feel like you need to be washed free of. And also we talked a little bit about the fire, about how you put something in the fire that you want to get rid of, and you watch it burn. So I really liked those aspects, and I was thinking about a way that perhaps create a space for all the visitors and citizens of Ukmergė to perform this ritual by oneself, and also share it with each other. So I've been working in the past with sound walks or audio walks. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept, but it's kind of the idea that you can tell us a very site-specific story, and there are different ways of doing this. I mean, you can just download a book and you take a walk and you have a sound walk, right? But there is also ways of making them specifically for one place. Here I've used an app called Echoes, and I just made 2 circles in Ukmergė. So in order to listen to a certain story, you need to be in this circle. So you have to be at the specific site to hear the story, for example. And I find this very interesting as a way to get to know a city or whatever place. So you could have this as a way to explain a certain art installation, but also just tell a story about historical facts about a place, for example. And I also think this opens up the possibility for anyone to share their story about a city or a place and put it on the internet. You can create an app for Ukmergė, for example, and say anyone can share their special story about their neighborhood or a funny story of something that happened in a park, and you can put it in a library, and a visitor can choose freely, like, wow, that sounds interesting, I'm gonna go to that park and listen to that story, or, oh, there is an art installation by the river, I'm going there and I'm going to listen to the story. If I click this, did you follow? Are you with me on in my browser now, or?
Yes, I see. Yes, I see that H3 sound walk. That two circles, one bigger and one that black picture with two circles. Blue circles.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's see if I can share the. Here. So are you with me? So this is the app I was just using to draw the circles. You can check it out if you want to. It's a way to like make your own sound walk, basically. And I encourage you to do it. It's a fun way to send a greeting to a friend or whatever. You can make your sound walk in the neighborhood of your friend, for example. So check it out. It's pretty easy and it's a lot of fun. I'll go back to the presentation. We also talked about the fire ritual and the is it the right word, auguras?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. So it would be a fun idea to. So I am not. I do not work with my hands, so I did not make a sketch. I just used some pictures that I found. I think we will all be better off that way. But I like the idea of perhaps making a place for anyone to make their own sacrifice to the fire. Perhaps with the possibility to write something on a piece of paper and just start a little fire and have your own personal prayer about it. And it would be also kind of nice to, if you wanted to, record that prayer and share it with other people. So you can either go to this place to make your own ritual in silence, or you can listen to other people's prayers about what they sacrifice to the fire. In a way to like share the experience of letting things go. I think we all have this need sometimes, and it's a nice thing to share with each other. And you can do it without being specific about who you are. You can just do it as an anonymous visitor. And I also like the idea of sharing the experience of cleansing oneself in the river, and also listening to other people's stories about how did he feel afterwards? Was it cold? Was the water warm? Was it refreshing? How did he feel after the ritual? So yeah, that was my idea. The specific site, it's hard to get a picture of the city without having been there. I think there are other people than me that know a good place to take a swim. I just found the two places with the mound would be a nice place to have a fire ritual, perhaps on the mound or perhaps beside it, and just close to the bridge over the river. There seemed to be a place where you could take a swim. I'm not sure though. But that was my idea to place it there. So yeah, that's my idea.
Thank you all so much. It's a new viewpoint to our challenge. Yeah, how to understand site-specific place. For example, for art with the performative issues. Yeah, it's interesting enough.
Thank you.
Like an art, but just with additional experience. It's not just you're looking at, you're experiencing it. It's not just the artist would like to send the message, but the artist is inviting to share the messages. It's just to make vivid this thing, as I understood it.
Yeah, yeah.
Super.
That was better words than I used. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Vaidas, Andrus?
I will try if you agree. Well, I would like to share my screen. Can you allow me to do? Has disabled participation screen sharing? Well, please allow.
Second, I'm just looking for you. Okay. You can do it.
Already, yeah?
Yes.
Ha 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 ha. Wait a minute. Well, at first, I want to show you a little movie which I created yesterday. I'm sorry because this is my first movie ever, because I even didn't did that in the academy. But do not be so big angry critics.
I'm sorry, why does then you are sharing like with the audience can see. You should open in your computer that
Okay.
video, and then
Okay.
you're sharing, and you put these two things. But maybe I can share your okay.
I will share that thing. Okay.
Separately.
New share, yes.
Yes, you need to stop this one. To yeah. You already opened it, and when you are pressing again share screen, you
Stop
just
it, yes.
Yeah, stop sharing now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and
then press share screen, because you have already opened your movie, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and just choose that opened movie, not from the folder, but opened movie.
And share, yeah?
And share.
Did you see everyone?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
I think it's already all done. Well, can I, I'm sorry. And I will open now this one. Can you see? Yes. everybody sees? No?
Yes.
Well, the idea is come from, you know, I want to mix it, listening through that small, okay, I will make big one. This is the place where you can make sound and you could listen.
We only see the small one now. You need to share the newly opened picture.
Okay, sorry. I just will open big one. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yes. 1 minute. It's okay. You see already? Did you see?
Yes, big one.
Big one. Yes. Well, I would like to comment a little bit. Well, I would like to make it from metal. There must be rotating X, and this is device for talking and listening yourself talking, and also listening. And the main idea that if you want to talk, you should listen what you're talking, and if you want to listen, you should be very quiet to hear something, you know, because my kids always playing with you know, small tubes, and that's why idea. Also, I like that, you know, old Patephone or gramophone tube or horn, and also music instruments. They look very beautiful, and that is on the last photo. I'm sorry. It's changing, yes? You see that?
Yes, again, big one.
Yeah, that is technical data. And that should be the real place where I want to make it. About size, I didn't realize maybe it could be twice bigger or a little bit less, but the place where is in the park, it could be the best, because if you turn in another, if you turn around, you could hear the city. And if you turn to another side, you could hear the nature or the river or sound of the, it means sound catching device, not device, but instrument. And why? Well, also that inspires me to make the ancient horns where people were collecting, you know, from leader of a tribe has instruments. This also instrument that, you know, it's a lot of philosophical things that needs to explain, but I think it's better to see and try to talk to him. Also, I need to talk to Czeslovas to understand a little bit acoustics. I have at home instrument, but we are from copper, and I experimented yesterday, try to hear something to record, but it's a little difficult. It will be made from small plates of metal, and well, that's my presentation, I think.
Thank you, Vaidas. It's a very good place, just in a crossroad.
Yeah.
Just invitation for to stop and to listen, not to be so hurry. Perfect. I am not sure that municipality can let you do that, but maybe everything depends on your
Maybe we should find a better place.
Yeah. But in a crossroad, it's a perfect idea. Just to invite people to stop. Yeah. Andrius?
Labas. Gali paleisti filmuką, tą, kur tau siunčiu?
Yes. Okay.
Būtų galima ir po to ir antrą paleisti, bet tai tą, kur vakar.
Andrius would like to add something? Or it's...
Tai aš nežinau, galbūt čia kaip ir aišku, arba galiu pakomentuoti kažką.
Gal kelis pakomentavimus. Aš tik priminsiu, kad yra vertimas. Just I will remind you that there is an interpretation possible, just to choose on a globe icon. Translation.
Bet man nereikia spausti mygtuko vertimui.
Ne, tu lietuviškai kalbė.
Gerai. Esmė, tai čia problema lietvamzdžiai ir problemos toksai išsprendimas galbūt, bet čia yra gal pažiūrėjimas iš kelių kampų į visą tai. Ir kaip tie lietvamzdžiai susijungia į kokią vientisą sistemą, nes kai, tarkim, skambinam vienu lietvamzdžiu, galim pridėti prie ausį prie kito lietvamzdžio ir mes jau girdėsim tą garsą, nes garsas kietų kūnų persideda geriau. Ir esmė, visa ta sistema lietvamzdžių yra kaip ir orkestre kažkokia sistema. Tai tą sistemą mes galim išplėsti, galbūt kitas lietvamzdis gali skambėti kitaip arba kažkoks kitoks instrumentas. Ir mes nušaunam galbūt keletą zuikių, tai ir patvarkom kažką ir kas liečia perkusijos miestą, tai tampam kažkokiu tai perkusiniu miestu. O galbūt netgi, kai nėra lietaus, galim pašaukti ir lietų, kai sausra užklumpa jau 2 metus. Tai tokie mano pamąstymai.
Thank you, Andrius. It's really nice. It's very nice. Yeah. I just see how kids are coming to play and moms are saying, hey, don't be so wet, come again, come back.
Ten yra kitas filmukas, kurį aš tau siunčiau šiandieną, tai ten jau chebrytė pagroja, tai galima ten.
Yes. Aš tada parodysiu. And Andrius is telling that there is another movie, and we're trying to go to the television to spread the information about it, not just about Andrius' art, but in general. So we are, by Andrius' art, we're inviting TV, and we hope we will show that report. And I would like to share you as well that report we did, and a Lithuanian team did it for television, and they promised to show it during evening time.
So thank you, Andrius. It's a very nice idea because you're expanding identity of Ukmergė like a sound art town. Yeah, it's amazing. I think if we can rebuild all the buildings with the tubes and the tubes with the sounding, it's very interesting and big project. Yeah. Of course, the actual for our days about water, about a global system, about climate changing and so on and so on. It's interesting enough.
paskutinį.
Thank you, Andrew, so much.
Nėra už ką.
So we have all the presentations done. Yeah, and even my heart is getting calmer and calmer. And I think that it's time for celebration, for our discussions, for exchanging our opinions or some mentionings or some getting inspired as well. So I would like to ask from the audience if somebody had a question or sharing about what they saw, and or maybe some thoughts to share after the presentations.
Ernesta, I also have my presentation. Is it possible to show now? Because after that we will start our discussions, and I think it will be better to show it now. What do you think?
Of course, Czeslavos, yes. So you would like to share by yourself, because I'm not sure that I have it.
Yeah, I want to show my project about this project. My project about this project. So. Do you see something?
Yes, Czeslavos Lukenskas has started screen sharing. Yes, and now it's presentation.
Okay. A lot of times I had ideas about and pain, some kind of pain about oaks and about trees in our country and so on and so on. Yeah. Because I want to present some traumatic things in all the world, not only in Lithuania. I am talking about oaks. Yeah, you can see here small stumps of or pieces of oaks. Yeah, after that you can see some big blades from iron, and in Lithuania is a sacred tree for Lithuanians, yeah. And sometimes we was keeping for 1,000 years, Lithuanians kept fire and shrines all year around. They usually had oak in the center of this signed places. This installation consists of incompletely burned oak pieces, metal swords, and provocation to act on the viewer. You can see it's installed in my place where I live, in my countryside, in my residence place, yeah. And of course, it's some kind of objects which are provoking us to stop destroying truly sacred trees, yeah. Block the source so that they do not rotate again, and it would almost sound like bells to our tormented nature. Yeah, I think that it's possibility to install not project but really install in the places where the trees is cutted, you know, in the places where is only stumps, and to put these blades and fix it without possibility to rotate it, yeah, and it will be only sound or like bells to our nature. To our nature which we want to bury it. And in the end, I want to show you small performance on this area. So it's about nature, flame, oak, and sonic source.
Thank you, Czeslavas. I hear you saying that's from a problem or pain about the oaks, but when I listening to this music you did, I getting calmer and calmer. So it's like a very paradox. It's like it's telling about something dramatic, but at the same time it's calming. For example, me, I don't know what is the other's experience, but yes, but the music is very nice. You did.
So I think if the installation can be big enough in the places where we can make some kind of performances. For example, when the trees is cutting, yeah, in this place we can make some rituals, yeah, coming with these blades, yeah, with a big company of musicians, yeah, and we can make a concert in special place where is fresh cotton place where was the trees, yeah, and it can be portable concert instrument hall, yeah. Instrument is blades, but it's portable to the places and to create stages in places where is fresh cotton woods. This is the idea of the project, to be performative art project in the places where is cutting fresh trees. Yeah, it's I think this project not necessary to build for endless for the 1,000 years. It's only temporary. Yeah.
Sounds very great, and new way of like saying that we don't agree. It's not with roaring and shouting, but just with the music and art to say the message. Yeah. How do you think, Czeslavas, could we come to the questions part, the discussion part?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can talk about each other and to reflect each other and to question each other. It's interesting time to understand deeply the projects which is done now, and we will see that the influence or inspiration of our how to say of our understanding. Is it can be a project like this? I think it can be because all of artists went deeply in this problematic field, yeah, and everybody trying to spread this ideas and to solve some kind of problems. If we want to create better surroundings in Ukmergė, better understanding of how to create our relationships in the city, and how must be Ukmergė if it has identity of sound. I think it first of one the good things was the percussion festival. After that, I know Andrius good project with the singing boards, and now he did also the playing percussion tube in the middle of the city. Yeah, it's interesting that maybe we can, of course, grow this idea, and I think Artūras is listening what we're talking and we're doing now. Yeah, and maybe we can make after this project new guidelines how to create our city.
Sure, and I like this project because the most of artists found the way how our legends could be materialized in the piece of art. And also it brings together not just graphical art, but and musical art and the experience and the residents can experience that art. So I found it very interesting, and we will sure look forward with the guidelines of realizing maybe some of those pieces of art.
Of course, at first we want to thank for our lecturers, for example, to Edgars about new ways of possibility, how to can be created international art on the online basis. Yeah, he showed for us some examples. Yeah, we are very thankful for Aušra for very professional lecture, of course, to Lars, yeah, because it was interesting, deep, and with a very big experience in this field. Yeah, I think all of our to Sophie, yeah, that we have very interesting interesting positions and very powerful positions that we can understand each other. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course, I want to thank for all of lecturers, and after that for all of artists who are taking part in this project. So, can we start discuss about each project? What do you think?
If somebody has some questions or something to say, it's okay. If not, we can go to another part of our meeting. Because I hear more silent than questions. Just to say that somehow it's like a wonderful direction, experiential art. Somehow, what I sense and feel. And I would like to congratulate everybody who was participating in this project, who was creating and accepted all the circumstances, and just didn't give up for that online creating way, and did lots of inputs to that to the people who were administrating all the project, and to the people who were creating all the things, and yeah, and the thanks for everybody who are participating and put their energy and thoughts and things and collaboration in it, and we see very nice results. So it's very great that we can communicate and inspire each other to create, and never give up, to do arts. And I know that Maria, one of that more an administrational part of this project, has something to say as well, and to from that retrospectively of this project. And I can say that maybe we could do like this, Czesław, as Maria will talk, and if somebody has a question or something just after the speech, they can ask. If now there is no questions, just to go on and to let when the questions appear, so discussion, we just can do it. Or you would like to somehow to provoke the discussion now?
Yes, Ernesta. I really want to say a few words, and I also want to thank all the artists about their presentation. It was fantastic, and I'm so impressed that you in this short time has managed to be so creative and well, to manage to do this work in this short time. I'm really impressed. I really have to say that. But I also want to say something about the project, to sort of try to summarize it now, even though it's not really finished yet. But in Mariestad, we have worked with this project for several years. And the idea for the project began because the municipality has previously carried out art projects in the public and in the public space. For example, Graffiti Mariestad, City Laboratory, and Mural 2012. And we have also leading educations in handicraft, garden and landscape management, and building and construction crafts. So the question we asked was, how can we combine these important craft skills with art, and how can we work with that in the public space? So the concept of off-season art gardening was developed. And as you know, the rest is history. We got in touch with our fantastic partners, Ukmergę Municipality, the organization Sense of Place in Holland, and our close collaboration partners at the University of Skövde in Sweden. And finally, also, the project was launched. We have now just completed 3 weeks of residency at each location. We have experienced fantastic encounters with people and places and gained new experiences. After soon completing the project, one understands why EU projects are so important, because we need to meet across national borders. We need to learn from each other. We need to challenge our language skills. We need to develop our communication skills. And we also need together to find solutions to common challenges. It is not always easy, as we as organizations have different conditions to work with, and also cultural different backgrounds. So the project is not really over yet, and it's still a little bit too early to draw any conclusions more than the ones I already have mentioned. But I will quote what Anna Viola Hallberg, an artist and curator, she said at Mariestad's residency week. And she said, the biggest events and experiences in projects comes after the project is completed. And maybe it is so. maybe we will summarize all these experiences after we have finished the project. So finally, I would like to thank everyone who has participated to make this week possible, not the least our fantastic artists, but also the project group, all employees, politicians, and everyone that have contributed. Conducting a residency week digitally was the last thing we wanted in this project. But what choice did we have with this ever ongoing pandemic? At first, we didn't feel like it was possible at all to make a digital event. But I have to say that you in UKMRG, you have really managed to develop a very exciting concept that I hope that we all will gain experiences from in the future. I also would like to say to Rima, you have done a fantastic job of leading this process. With the help of Linas, you have connected creative and professional people to the project who have the ability to hold together an artistic process in such difficult circumstances. So I would just like to say, as a representative for the project owner, that a big thanks to you all for a very inspiring week and an inspiring experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria, for such a nice conclusion and for putting the dots and structure of the 3 years project. So in a very light way and very clear way. And as I heard mentioned Rima, so I am inviting Rima to say or to share something. Yeah, our inspirational woman in UKMRG for this project.
Thank you for word. So I'm so excited for this day. So I watched all this process in silence, and it was very interesting to watch results, and it was so excited. I think results exceeded expectations. But I would like to mention about how the project started, as Maria said. So UKMRG municipality is implementing many international projects with Sweden. And the idea for the new project came at the end of one of them. In Sweden, we had a discussion with Lotten Svensson and Maria Henriksson a few years ago. We're sitting and discussing, talking about the fact that UKMRG, we manage a lot of public spaces that needed to be filled so that they are attractive to people. So this project started, which brought together artists from 3 countries, Sweden, Netherlands, and Lithuania, in very different fields to work together. Due to pandemic, we were unable to hold a live meeting in UKMRG. It has a lot of discussions and disappointment. I remember our meetings with artists and so sad and disappointment words, and it was so difficult for us. It was all artists want to came to UKMRG and to work together, to feel places. And watching results today, I feel that you were in UKMRG and you are now here. So we accepted the challenge to organize it in a digital way. and it was a real challenge, not only for artists, it was a great challenge for us too. We have many discussions with the staff group and with the moderators. I would like to thank to Czesławas and Ernesta for help as well. So we decided that it's Residence Week in digital way. We added the sounds in nature. Ukmergė hosts International Percussion Festival, which is a significant part of the city's identity. So it was chosen not by chance. Through this week, we had many lectures. We involved Latvian, Sweden, and Lithuanian speakers, and program was step by step invited artists to work together, and they spend all days discussing, exchanging ideas, and going deeper in places. So these results, which we saw today, is very, very excited, and I think it's very good, these international projects, and I think the main result and the greatest value is human communication and understanding. So a touchable thank you for everyone, artists, and for all who worked together this week. So this project, I think, will be not finished now, but we will organize exhibition of all these works, and it will be possible to present it for Ukmergė inhabitants, and then we will realize this your presentation in our places, and it will came in true. So thank you for all. Thank you for you, and we may celebrate. So good health for you all, and I hope to meet you all in another projects, maybe in another creating steps. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rima, for bringing this project to Lithuania and to Ukmergė. And now, yes, now it's time, if you don't have questions, now it's time to celebrate. Yeah, in which way? I really don't know. Maybe we can just do a music together. Maybe somebody just have something to bring to our space to say, or
I would like to say something, and it's really just from my heart. Thank you. It has been a great experience meeting all of you, and very inspiring in different ways. And the presentations today, wow. And as have been mentioned before, doing this digital, it's not easy, but really, really great done. And everyone should be really proud and satisfied with what has come out of this. And it's also for me personally a very exciting experience to be in this Creative Europe project. Of course, the fundings have made this possible, and there is a lot of work in behind to see these results. But I also thought when I saw the presentations that they should be watched many times. There are great depth in and layers in your artistic work, and I think it could be a good idea to look at it many times and really
get the sense of the different levels. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you,
Sophia, for holding that administration. And about the idea to see more and more times these presentations. Yes, we do have.
Maybe I would like to ask for some words to say Claudia. I saw that she participated in all days and we worked together in many international projects. So maybe she may speak. Claudia?
I just wanted to say that we have streaming on YouTube and we will have link on YouTube so we can come to watch again and again and for more people. I'm looking for Claudia, but I saw here, that's for sure, but now I can see here.
I am here.
Ah, she is. Yes.
I am here.
Yes, yes.
Claudia, you may speak in Lithuania. We have translations.
Yes, yeah. Hello, everybody. My English not very good. I will try to speak Lithuania, okay? Labą dieną visiems. Iš tiesų buvo nepaprastai įdomu klausytis ir aš noriu pasakyti, kad Ukmergės meno mokykla taip pat brandina idėjas, kaip tęsti šio projekto veiklas. Ir aš noriu padėkoti šios dienos pranešėjams ir mūsų užsienio partneriams ir žinoma mūsų kūrėjams Andriui Česlovui. Ir tiesiog stebint ir Česlovo pristatymą ir Andriaus fantastišką idėją, aš galiu jau taip atsargiai pasigirti, kad Ukmergės meno mokykla taip pat planuoja jungtis prie Ukmergės kaip perkusijų miesto. Ir aš jau taip labai tikiuosi ir esu beveik tikra, kad rugsėjo mėnesį Ukmergės meno mokykloje startuoja mušamųjų ir perkusijos klasė. Ir taip pat šiandien negalėjo dalyvauti jūsų pristatyme viena mano mokytoja, dainavimo mokytoja, bet mes su ja irgi diskutavom, aš jai papasakojau, kas čia vyksta. Ir taip pat turime vieną idėją, kad į gamtos garsus, į gamtos koncertą gali įsijungti ne tik instrumentai, bet ir lietuviškas tikras giedojimas. Ir galbūt giedojimas ir toks koncertas galimas miške, gamtoje, prie mūsų upės. Tai aš manau tikrai mes ir toliau tęsime, bet būtent tokias kūrybinės veiklas. Aš tikrai tikiu, kad įsijungs mūsų ir dailės skyrius, dailės komanda. Ir manau, kad Ukmergė tikrai bus gamtos meno, žemės meno ir garso miestas.
Okay.
Ačiū visiems.
Thank you, Claudia. And I want to say a few words about the ULF project. ULF is made a concept for Ukmergė about sound and surroundings. Yeah, we can use this project now. Thank you, ULF, so much.
Thank you.
Aš tai norėčiau pasveikinti ir atsisveikinti galbūt, bet aš tą progą užlipau ant stogo. Ir dabar mojuoju Švedijai. O, matot? Švedai, matot? Aš jums mojuoju. Aš einu savo stogą. Dabar sukuosi truputėlį link Česlovai, va, pamojuok ir man. O aš tau mojuoju.
Matau.
O kažkur toj pusėje yra Olandai, Nyderlandai, va, mojuoju. O truputėlis Vilniaus vat į tą pusę. Sukomės pas Vaidą, į Vaido pusę. O, Vaidai, pamojo.
Mojuoju intensyviai.
O, matai mane? O kur tu mane matai?
Taigi tavo ranką matau.
A. Ačiū visiems.
Ačiū, Andriu, už linksmą tavo aktyvų dalyvavimą.
Ačiū tau už tikrą gamtą, tikrą streamą, tikrą muziką ir tikrą.
I also want to thank you everyone for amazing, interesting works and for organizers. That is a great project. I would like it. I would like that it could be in the next year or another and another, because it's very, very interesting. Our three countries is connected by this project, really. If anybody will come to Lithuania from artists or not only artists, please contact me. We'll make great excursion, especially for you, Ulf, because I have some places where music could sound unbelievably beautiful. We have Piliakalni, the mountains, hills, and I know the places where is amazing acoustic. Well, and of course, to another, I'm like ambassador of my country. I can show you most beautiful discoveries which I made to myself. And also I want to say you goodbye, because I need to leave it, and just want to say that for 3 years you little bit like family, you know. It's very difficult to say goodbye, but it's, you know, we need to everything with good starts, it must end. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Vaida.
Thank you, Vaida. So nice to meet you.
Thank you, Vaidas.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for all.
No, I think that
Ulf is drinking hot water.
Yes, I think this is the perfect time. I have saved this until now.
Yeah.
So, skål, everyone.
Okay, you reach the finish. Yeah, okay.
Skål, Ulf, skål.
Close too, but he's already.
Okay.
Boxes was important for you, yeah?
Very good inspiration, yes.
Okay. So, and I think that we can do very good report now about the projects and everything. I think, Ernesto, we must collect a few, every minds, every good ideas from presentations, from lectures, yeah, and to make a big article about it, because it's so professional, and it's maybe interesting to wider audience. I think we will talk with Rima, yeah, and maybe we will talk with some art critic or some kind of curator to make a big article about it. What do you think?
Yes, of course.
Yes, I think it's a very good idea, and I think we will do short videos and put in a project website. It would be possible to watch many times who have no possibility to participate in presentations.
Yeah, but I think the main ideas which was said in lectures, for example, and Artūras and Aušra and
Edgaras, yeah.
Yeah, and Edgaras and Lotten and
Lars.
Yeah, every idea, and also from main points of the projects of artists, yeah, can be chosen by some kind of like research, yeah. And I think we need to make a deeper article about it because it's so problematic, yeah, and it's some possibilities how to solve this issues, yeah, and in that case, I think we didn't need to do now or tomorrow, but after a week or 2 months, it can be possible to make a professional and academic issue about our project. What do you think?
That we're gonna spread it more and more, that's for sure, because we are like we're just agreeing, and we have live YouTube stream, and everything is recorded. So we're gonna do one movie for sure about like a short movie about the whole week. So it's just for public and for ourselves. And yes, about the article, we just need to digest, to do these short movies and to do some cuttings and to leave the presentations on the YouTube and just share it. So we're gonna spread that information. That's for sure. We're working on it. And
yeah, because I am think that art piece beginning from idea, after that becoming a sketch, after that an object, and after that the reflection from audience, and all art objects or art pieces, yeah, is going from the beginning to the end. But the all goal of project idea is that it's from idea to reflection and everything in between. Yeah, it's art project. Yeah, I think.
We are very in time. We are very in time, just somehow going to the close, and we just just maybe.
I would like to invite all our artists to visit Ukmergė and to watch it's similar what they feel, and maybe they will find your what you present today. You may find in Ukmergė after some years. Welcome.
Welcome also to my house. Yeah, when you will be in Ukmergė, you must see my house, my countryside, to have a performance together and good seasonal meal in this place, of course, and some kind of hot tea. Yeah. Welcome to Lukenskų namai.
Thank you. Hopefully we will come and visit soon.
Yeah. Be healthy.
Yeah. Best wishes, best regards, and very good luck for you. Be healthy, and I think we must say till tomorrow or till next time. We cannot say goodbye.
Yeah. Thank you for your openness, for everybody's openness, for everybody's connection, and for the creation. And yes, like I think that Earth can survive through a creation. That's for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone. Good luck for everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.